What screams I have a crush on you? Hi Reddit guys, subscribe now, or I will tell everybody you're ret. They're happier to see you specifically, even though they can barely hold a conversation with you. Yep, long pauses in between conversations, while someone looks at the ground. That's key. That would mean that I have a crush on almost everyone. I can't look at people for very long when talking. Look at their eyebrows, seems to help. Edit, doesn't work when talking to Emilia Clarke. Focusing so hard on their eyebrows you forget every word they said. I think I actually read this on Reddit ages ago, but after hearing a funny joke and laughing, people tend to look toward the ones they admire/feel close to gauge their reaction. It's not exclusive to crushes, but it's very telling. I read that here a while back too, and wow, has it come in super handy. Has it resulted in some super handies? Went to the store to buy 5 water bottles. Cashier told me, oh wow, you bought a river of water. He laughed, I laughed, he jerked me off behind the counter. Edit, why is it that all my top voted comments are about sex, poop, or a mixture of both? Well, that ejaculated quickly. Edit, obligatory. Wow, my first ever Reddit silver is an ejaculation joke. Thanks anyway, kind stranger. I didn't. Old lady trying to pay for her stuff made me feel uncomfortable. I knew a girl who did this once. It was most notable during a show we saw at Disneyland, in which she came with me and a group of my friends that she didn't know. Thought the signs were there, so I asked her out, and she told me she didn't see me. That whale mayo. Edit, for everyone asking who else would she look at, yes, I realized she felt closer to me than the people she didn't know, but I thought the fact she was willing to come with just me and people she didn't know was a sign, which obviously I was wrong. Lol. You didn't think it was because she didn't know the other people. When I'm sat next to someone and our legs touch and they don't move their leg away, I start thinking about the rest of my life with that person. I'm so lonely. Going on the bus must be fun. I fall in love every morning on my way to work. Edit, based on your replies, some of you think I'm joking, and some of you think I'm serious. And I'm not gonna correct anyone. This happened to me on New Year's Eve. I'm in love with this girl, have been for almost 2 years, and our legs touched, and she didn't move hers. Her and I were just sitting next to each other, not talking to anyone else, so I don't think she was too distracted to notice. All I could think about is how much I love this girl, and how badly I want to have a life with her. It was so intense for me. I've since told her how I feel about her, and she doesn't feel the same. I want to die. There was a girl who worked at a cafe who had a crush on me. Sometimes when I would start heading out, she would say, no, mon, stay a while longer. I'll buy you some nachos. That's pretty damn hard to turn down. So she'd buy some nachos on employee discount and make a badass plate of nachos, and then we'd sit and share it. Yee, that's crush territory. Edit, I explained how things panned out underneath here. It's not a fairy tale ending, but it is a happy one. We weren't meant for each other that way. I was meant to give her the help she so desperately needed, and she was meant to teach me a lesson in the power of listening and giving her about someone beyond sex. We both changed each other's lives for the better over the course of a few months. That's lovely. What happened between the two of you? It's not your business. I'm impressed that Op didn't tell the story just to set up for this joke. He did. That's his alternate karma farming account. He legit might have. Both accounts are over 6 years old and were created 2 days apart. Lol. Typically only others can see it, but when they look at you every chance they get when you aren't looking. Lol. Yup. Freshman year of high school I had a huge crush on this blonde kid. At lunch one day, I saw him talking to a mutual guy friend. I could not stop looking over at him because duh, I liked him. I had been with my friends talking about random things when my friend pointed out that I kept looking at him, but that he kept looking at me too whenever I wasn't looking. 7 years later, we are married and have babies. Edited blonde to blonde. Thanks you /smartalek 105. That is not how it went down for me. Wait, are you her husband? I think captive is a better term. Permanent guest. Really? I actively avoid looking at them. Exactly. The more it seems like I don't notice you, the more I like you. Loneliness guaranteed. Have really good peripheral vision, so I can tell when my crush is doing that to me, and it makes me happy. You're probably just cranking the creepy side eye and are not nearly as subtle as you think, Edit. Thanks for the silver. That's why I always go all in and just Lenny face the girl. Always finding an excuse to be near said crush. Once I ate lunch 2 times because my work crush invited me out to the food trucks. I was so full and low-key disgusted with how much I ate that day, lol. Yup, I met my wife at the gym and started going to the gym at the same time every day hoping she'd be there. Then I got into a mutual friend group with her, and I'd always try to go to functions she was going to and sit near her, ride in the same car, etc. Edit. I feel like I should have pointed out that it was clear there were mutual feelings and we were very good friends before we got married. Would not recommend doing this to someone who is not interested. Dude, she's your wife. Just talk to her, man. IDK dude. What if he's reading the situation incorrectly? She's probably just being polite. Should definitely pop about around to kids before he even tries to get her number tbh. And what? Risk the chance of a baby prank? Better wait for the 3rd kid to be safe. I once spotted my crush with her back to me at the other end of a lobby, so I rushed over and kinda play kicked her leg. No idea why, but accidentally kinda kicked her leg for real. I wasn't even that young. Really? Are you? I'm sorry 2.0. I scared myself realizing how old this reference is. Yikes. Longing looks and nervous conversations. That's me unintentionally. You just have a crush on everyone. When the group laughs, they look at you to see if you are laughing too. Group crush? I'm now imagining a group of people laughing at something and then turning and staring at you expectantly in unison. Yes, I find that funny as well, fellow humans. Being in college and getting up at 7 AM to have breakfast with her when you have no classes at all that day. Edit. I despise mornings with a passion. I had a girl do this in college. Wake me up same time every day with a shy knock on my door to see if I wanted to get breakfast. Obviously I never turned her down. She would also make an excuse to come around to everyone's room and say goodnight, just so she could make my room the last room and stay in there longer and have no one notice except my roommate. We were like the unofficial parents of the floor. We dated for 2 years. PLS, tell me after 2 years you got married. Nah, she cheated on me with her best friend. Damn. That's not how meet cutes are supposed to end. See ya in chemistry. I don't have chemistry. Who are you? But there's chemistry between us, yeah. Take one step closer, and I'm throwing acid in your eyes. Accidentally tweeting your crush's name at 2 AM. I mean, you meant to search it, but it's late at night. Damn it. And you want to make sure they don't have a boyfriend, even though you're too chicken to ask them out. Oddly specific this one is. I read that in Yoda's voice. I used to have a crush on a girl whom I nicknamed Girl. Everyone else called her Girl because of me. One day, without realizing it, I started using her real name. Everyone else caught on instantly except for her. It was awkward. So, the nickname was before or after your crush on her? Before. We worked on the same shift together, and when she first started she was so bad that I assumed that she'd be fired, so I didn't want to commit her name to memory. It started out as a sort of insult, as I didn't expect her to stay for long. Called her girl for about a year before it dawned on me that I developed a crush on her, and another 6 months on top of that before I slipped and started using her real name. So, it was pretty obvious to everyone when that happened. And don't forget subscribe now, or I will tell everybody you're Rhett.